Hi everyone, I hope that all of you are doing good because right now, I just, oh god, I still can't get over it. So a few days ago, I went all the way to Vancouver and saw Dodie live. Oh! This video is essentially gonna be me fanboying for like minutes. But yeah, I finally got to see Dodie live and I gotta say it was one of the most incredible experiences that I've ever had. And it was really weird because I've been watching her videos and listening to her songs for a very long time, like around 4 years, I think, almost 5. I started watching her in like 2015, so it's crazy how much time flies. If you don't know who Dodie is, she is pretty much an artist, a songwriter, and she started off on YouTube a while back and she's been posting a lot of covers and a lot of talking videos, and over the years she has released different EPs. So the first one I think was Intertwined, the second one was You, and her most recent one is Human. And also she's been releasing a lot of cool singles and it's just amazing. So for this video, I pretty much wanted to share my experience going to her concert all the way to Vancouver and just sharing my thoughts and my experiences and everything, because I mean, honestly, life-changing. Such a big fan. God, this is so cringy. Where do I even begin? A few months ago, I remember when she posted her announcement for the North American tour, and I was really ecstatic, but at the same time I was like, wait, is she gonna come to Canada? And I was scouring through all the cities and realized that there were 2 cities that she was gonna go in Canada, and that was Toronto and Vancouver. I didn't live in Vancouver or Toronto, so that kind of sucked. Honestly, I wasn't that shocked, and believe it or not, it's pretty common for a lot of artists to do that when they're like, we're coming to Canada. And by Canada, I mean Toronto and Vancouver. At first I was kind of disappointed that she wasn't gonna come to my city, but then again I realized that Vancouver wasn't that far from Edmonton, so I was just like, my heart says yes, but my wallet says no. So I was pretty much debating for a very, very long time. I was about to pass up the opportunity, but then I realized, wait, I mean, buying plane tickets to Vancouver cannot be that expensive and it's not that far away. And pretty much after making a very impulsive move, I ended up buying tickets to Dodie, and I was like, holy shit, I'm actually gonna see Dodie in Vancouver. What have I actually done? I remember going to Twitter and then I see Dodie tweet something about not buying tickets from sketch websites, and I was like, huh, interesting. And she retweeted the tweet from this one specific person who told everyone not to buy it from this specific website, and I was like, there's no way I actually bought my tickets for that website, right? So I went to my computer, checked on my emails, saw the receipt, and sure enough, bought it from the very same website she told everyone not to buy it from. So I was a little bit worried about that. I remember talking to her and be like, hey, so I also bought my ticket from that sketchy website. What do I do? And she pretty much told me to contact the event organizer, and surely enough I did. I sent them an email asking them if my tickets were valid, which by the way, I already bought my plane tickets, and the wait was pretty agonizing. I waited for like an entire week and I finally got my response, and they said that everything was cool and I shouldn't have any trouble going to the concert, and I was like, thank goodness. Fast forward a few weeks and I realized that, wow, it's actually happening. It was a very gradual, slow process. I could still pretty much go on my day normally and still not really think what was actually gonna happen in a few days. Out of nowhere, like a truck, it hit me. The day before I was gonna go to Vancouver, I was like, I literally couldn't sleep. It was pretty much the amalgamation of excitement, nervousness, and is this even real life? And yeah, then came the day where I had to pack up everything, head to the airport and go to Vancouver and finally see her. It felt unreal. It was really weird. I didn't even know what was happening. And I was going completely on my own, a very impromptu trip to Vancouver. And I was just like, you know what? This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be interesting. I hope that everything goes smoothly. So off I go and I finally land to Vancouver. And I'm like, I'm hungry. So I decided to go all the way to downtown. I got this amazing vegan ramen. Honestly, it was amazing. So good. 10 out of 10. Would totally eat again. And after I finished eating, I took the bus and headed to my Airbnb. And around that time, it was around 3:30. The doors were gonna open at 7. So in 30 minutes, I decided to head once again to downtown, to Vogue Theater, and line up. I was determined to have a good spot to see her live and decided to come 2 hours early. To my surprise, there were already people lining up. At first I thought, wow, that's pretty long, but it was insane because I remember after like an hour waiting, I went back and saw what the line looked like. Insanely long. So when I first arrived, I was pretty much on the same street and I could pretty much see the theater itself. But the line went all the way back and it went and curved throughout the entire block, and it was just a sea of people everywhere. It was insane how many people were going. Thankfully, I met some really nice people and they were really chill, and occasionally I could take a break and get out the line and get something to drink and then come back and they would still remember my face. So that was really nice, and talking to them about Dodie and everything was also very nice. And seeing so many people going for the same reason I thought that was pretty amazing. And by the time it was around 7, the doors opened and they started letting people in. Keep in mind, I was still very nervous about my ticket. So there I was going to the booth. They were checking my bag, making sure that everything was fine, and they asked for my ticket and I nervously hand them the ticket, and in less than a second it was just like, bloop, all right, you can go, enjoy. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm not even kidding. I literally had all of my receipts to prove that my ticket was gonna be valid. I had my physical ticket, I have my virtual ticket, I have all of my emails, and I was already formulating an argument in case anything went wrong. I didn't even have time to process, and I just went straight into the stage. And then the waiting game began once again. And I was super cramped because there were so many people going at the front. Oh man, it was getting to the point where I couldn't even like extend my arms comfortably. There was literally no space for anything. If you wanted to go to the bathroom, good luck. I can't emphasize how many people came. The anticipation was rising. The opening act by Adam was gonna start very soon, and then after that Dodie was gonna perform. So the opening act started, and I gotta say, it was amazing. His voice is smooth as butter. His guitar playing skills, amazing. And the fact that he only used his voice and played the guitar, he still owned the entire stage. He was honestly so captivating. I loved his songs. His lyrics were pretty deep and meaningful. Entire aura just radiated. I'm such a cool guy, and I absolutely loved that. And I was like, this is incredible. I am looking forward to listening to more of his songs. So that was really good. I would highly recommend listening to his music. And I loved how supportive and enthusiastic the audience was. I think it was just a wonderful thing. And it was a few minutes before Dodie started. I was still pretty much a functioning human being, but it was slowly rising. And here's the thing, seeing someone on YouTube for that long and listening to all of her songs and really appreciating her, and suddenly having the realization that you were gonna see her live was just something that I couldn't really process. I didn't know if I was gonna scream, if I was gonna be completely silent and be in complete awe. I honestly didn't know what was gonna happen. And man, as soon as the first notes in Arms Unfolding started to play, that's pretty much where I lost it. You know that screaming goat meme that was happening around YouTube where they would just play that goat sound in the middle of songs? That was literally me. I didn't even know I could shout like that. Oh man, but seriously, I remember at that moment when my eyes met up with her and like the stage lit up, saw her, I was like completely struck. I did not know how to react. Everything was just like, oh wow, wait, what is... Everyone else's reaction pretty much encapsulated what I reacted inside my head. It was insane. And here's the thing, this is pretty much my first experience in being in a big concert of someone that I've been following for so many years. Oh man, I don't think I've ever fanboyed that much in my entire life. Oh man. I still... talking about this still gets me so excited. Also, I would like to apologize for the terrible quality on my phone, because as soon as the lights were shining on me and my phone, we were both out. I was screaming so much. And then as I was recording, I was looking at the screen and then looking at her in real life and then looking at the screen again. I was like, this is actually real. What the frick? Oh my gosh. And I think that song was the perfect introduction to her concert because the star was her voice and it was just her, the lights all focused on her. Honestly, it was so beautiful. After the entire song ended, I screamed even more. And when she started playing Monster and she started to like kind of like move around, that's where I freaked out and I was like, she's actually real. Oh my god. I really enjoyed her performance so much, and seeing the violin, the cello, the backup singer Orla, by the way, amazing. Oh, her voice is so good as well, and oh god, I can't even articulate what I want to say. This entire video is a mess. I'm a mess. Past me was a mess, and reliving those memories again after a few days, oh, unforgettable. Unforgettable. Something that I really liked about all of her songs is that in each song she would always give it her own twist in each performance, and she would kind of like tease the audience, especially when a chorus was gonna enter and then she'd be like and then the audience would start singing, but then the chorus hasn't started yet, so everyone was just having a good time. It just sounded, wow, you're such a troll, aren't you? And in other parts where other instruments would show off their skills, like the guitar, the bass, the violin, the violin solo after the song You, which by the way, one of my favorite songs, and hearing Boys Like You, Guiltless, Rainbow, Sikalus and Soulmates, and She, everything was just so perfect. And who could forget the amazing performance when they sang Secret for the Mad? Honestly, unforgettable, amazing. It was so good. Oh, seeing Dodie being emotional towards the end, oh man, I just lost it. I gotta say, it was so good. I would give a more objective review, but I'm sorry, I'm just too biased. My fanboyness has completely taken over my head and there's nothing that I can do about it. I guess I could give it a 6 out of 10. And when she was playing in the middle and just her like playing with the drums and going all crazy and the audience just going wild and just jumping everywhere, it was honestly such an unforgettable experience for me. I just had so much fun. It was an amazing experience, and I would 100% go again. My heart was so fulfilled, it was satisfied, it was so happy, but my wallet was definitely not happy about my financial choices. So I'm pretty much after the entire performance, I was left like, I was speechless. I was still trying to process everything. I'm honestly so grateful that I was able to go in the first place. And I remember being on Twitter all cheesy, being like, wow, I don't even know what to say. This was such an amazing experience. I can't even articulate everything that I want to say, so thank you. And then I would tag her. And a few minutes later, I would be like, this is really cringy. I think I might delete this later on. I remember looking back at my phone, seeing a Twitter notification. Actually, there were a few Twitter notifications, and it was someone liking all of my tweets about the concert, and sure enough, it was the one and only Dodie Clark. Wait a minute, wait, what? Even after being stunned by the entire performance and trying to go home, after that, I was even more stunned and more disoriented, and I was like... So yeah, pretty much after that, I remember going to the bus, still processing everything that was happening, and finally going to my Airbnb and just laying down in my room and be like, this is everything that I can still remember. And it honestly feels unreal to finally see someone that you look up to so much. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say for this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to be as active as I can. So anyways, I hope that all of you had an amazing day, and I'm gonna see you guys very soon. Bye! Woo! Alright, I think I'm done with the video. Hey.